flow, cause little do you know I can flip it and rip it, so let's go. Rhythm, trap, bass, drum, lights, sound, here we come. Rhythm, trap, bass, drum, lights, sound, here we come. Rhythm, trap, bass, drum, lights, sound, here we come. Here we come. Here we come. Mr. DJ, let the beat rock. Cause I'm loving how it makes me feel. Frequency is so electric. Hit the parties on the floor, then that's where I wanna go. Hit the parties on the floor, then that's where I wanna go. Mr. DJ, let the beat rock. Cause I'm loving how it makes me feel. Frequency is so electric. Yeah, how we at our mind? Yeah, we at our mind. Step back in, you gon' like what you find. Flow so sick, must rewind. Play back. Everybody wanna know just where the crew is at. Yeah, no, you just ain't cause you saying freak that, but you do you. I'll be back. Yup. Round two. Beat so hard, man, I just got bruised. Way too skinny to intimidate you. I stay up in the gym. 1 and 2. Hey, pretty mama, why you get so funky? Probably cause it's in me, go bananas, I'm a monkey. The party's on the floor, then that's where I wanna go. Hip the party's on the floor, then that's where I wanna go. Hip the party's on the floor, then that's where I wanna go. Hip the party's on the floor, then that's where I wanna go. Hip the party's on the floor, then that's where I wanna go.
We are back here on C-Pop, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Yes, we are here. We got live and in living color, Group 1 crew. What is up, Manny and Blanca?
What up?
What's
What up,
going
what
on?
up?
Welcome to C-Pop Christian Radio. I thank you guys for taking the time out to do this interview. I do appreciate it.
Our pleasure.
Yeah, anytime. Well, you guys are heavy on the rotation. We just came out of Freak That. So, you guys are heavy on rotation. So, I'm excited. I'm a little nervous, but I'm excited and I'm calming down. God's working that on me.
Hilarious.
Deep Hits Tour. We were just talking a little bit about Deep Hits Tour. You guys are on tour with with Toby Mac and a whole host of other artists. Tell us about what's going on with that tour.
This tour is pretty amazing. We've recently gotten to tour with Toby Mac on Winter Jam, and that was a first for us. And now getting to be on his tour, the Hits Deep Tour, has just been such a blessing, and we feel so honored to be on the tour with these great artists. We have Britt Nicole, we have Brandon Sheets, Chris August, Jamie Grace, Mandisa, Toby Mac. It's the best of the best. And the whole concept is to really make the tour feel like a family for the fans so they can see how we are backstage, but capture that on stage as well. So we're all just throughout the night going on each other's sets and just having a good time.
Well, that's an awesome thing. And I noticed, too, back on your CD, Out of Space Love, you actually did a collaboration with Toby Mac on Let's Go.
Yeah, man, that was a good, fun time. It was hectic with our schedules, and we finally had some time to just get on it and drop the verse. It was a good time, man. It was awesome for him to just do that with us because, we're fans of his and he's fans of ours, and it's just always awesome to just collaborate and cross the lines with artists, you know what I'm saying? And in our market, it doesn't happen a lot, but when it does, it's always glorious.
Yes, Absolutely, and you guys bring it for God. I mean, basically all the music artists, but you guys especially. I mean, I was just telling you about seeing you guys in Fort Myers with Britt Nicole and Royal Taylor about how you bring it for God, and you guys do. You guys do. What started the? How did you guys get your start in the world of the music that you do, the pop, the Christian rap, the hip hop, the techno? And how did Group One Crew get started, bringing it for Christ?
We started about 10 years ago in our town of Orlando, Florida. Woo woo, shout out. And so we all went to the same church back home, and we all loved music, had a passion for music. And Manuel and a friend of ours named Paul started up a little kind of like a Bible study or a group for musicians to come together and really get some accountability to just jam out together. And from there, it just kept progressing until, we ended up just doing local churches in Orlando, and we started doing some songs. Mm-hmm. And we were kind of underground hip-hop, more on the hip-hop side, a lot of rappers. But it was awesome. We loved it. And finally, our manager now found Manuel on MySpace and said, I know of a label looking for a hip-hop group. And we did a showcase and got signed maybe not even a month later. So from there, we just learned so much about the industry and our voice, what we wanted to be about and what we wanted to say. And here we are, almost 10 years later, and we're still doing music. So it's been a blessing.
And you're bringing it. That's I don't know how many times I could say that. You're bringing it, So, again, I thank you for that. Wow. Tell us about I see that Audio Adrenaline has posted their Kings and Queens tour. So you guys, I noticed a part of that. What's the preparations? And tell us about what the ministry of Audio Adrenaline and yourself and this Kings and Queens tour. If you can tell us what that's all about, because I know there's other things that, for the tour. So if you can tell us about that.
Well, the Audio Adrenaline tour, it's the first time they're coming back, and it's going to be an exciting couple of months. We've never with them before, done a show with them before, obviously, because they haven't been around for a while. But our preparation for this one is really one of trying to be creative as much as possible, as much as we're allowed to, as far as our show is concerned. Trying to think of new ideas and new thoughts, which is always fun. It's always challenging. And it'll be the first time that we get to bring our band out, which is exciting because we've always been known as more of a track, band, and now we're going to bring out the entire band that we use, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be a start of a new era, at least for us personally. So, we're just excited to see what can happen when we all come together and just start dreaming and being creative. And it'll be exciting to see Kevin Mack sing too, because I've never seen him sing before. And I know he's part of a legacy, so we're stoked.
Wow. I know. I tell you, I was so pumped when I heard about Audio Adrenaline returning. There you are. They were, their music was out when I started making my walk almost 13 years ago. So it's awesome to see that. I got a question from DJ Jesse of Rackman Radio. He wanted to know about the title of Out of Space Love. He wanted to know what that was about. If that.
That was simply, we wanted to create like an atmosphere on that record, which was if we could take people to where God was at, outer space was just a metaphor for where the spirit was. We wanted to take people out of space to where His love existed, and so the whole record was really based around that theme. Like take a ride with us. Let's leave Earth and find ourselves where God is at. And it was just a bigger idea that God's love surrounded the earth. It's what kept it in motion. It's what keeps it spinning, So it's an outer space type of love that we wanted to bring everybody on our little Group One Crew spaceship.
Okay, cool. Get on the Group One Cruise page. I like that. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. What's the message that you are attempting to get out there with the whole album of Fearless?
Fearless, man, this album is one of my favorites, or if not my favorite, that we've done, just because I feel like the message and the heart behind it is just so raw. It captures exactly where Group One Crew is at the time. We've been through a lot this year, gone through some great ups and some really hard just downs, and had to learn to trust God through it all, with our career, with our life, with our marriage, with our families. And that's a hard thing to do sometimes. Sometimes we, as believers, can say, yeah, we trust God, He has us, and, man, we're just trucking along and trusting God. But in our hearts, we don't really believe that He has us. We don't really believe that we can give Him our all. And so we wanted to make an album called Fearless that encouraged our listeners, our fans, to stand bold, to not be afraid. That doesn't mean that you won't go through things, or you won't go through trials, or you won't be scared sometimes, but to really just give it all to God and be confident in Him and what He's doing in our lives.
Wow. Strong message, definitely. I like that. Who are some of the music artists that might have inspired you to use the the type of the hip hop and type of music that you guys use?
Well, I started rapping before I was saved, so all my artists that inspired me, I don't know if you guys know, but like back in the days, I used to listen to Young MC, Twista before it was the old school Twista. You probably don't know any of these people.
I know Young MC.
You know Young MC? Okay, cool.
I don't know any of these people.
I was a big Hammer fan. I loved Wu-Tang back when Wu-Tang was huge. What else? I loved a lot of 90s rock, believe it or not. I listened to more 90s rock than anything else, like Guns N' Roses, Queensryche, Warrant, all those big hair bands, Poison. I love Poison, CC DeVille, my favorite guitarist ever. So yeah, that's kind of like how I just grew up in listening to all that stuff.
Okay, that is awesome.
I think for me, I loved all like the divas of the 90s. For me growing up, Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, Celine Dion. I loved Lauryn Hill. I think now, being in the Christian industry and making these new records, like, I get so inspired by artists that we get to meet on the road that are legit artists, that love God and have such a passion for creativity and finding new ways to share their sound, but also by the fans and by people that write in, on our Facebook page, on our Twitter page, and tell us their story and what they've been through and how our music has touched their lives. That's really inspiring as well.
Cool. That is awesome. Awesome deal. The collaboration with Chris Augustin, He Said, one of our most played songs here on C-Pop for this year. How did that collaboration come about?
I mean, it was simple, really. Like, we're fans of Chris, so, he's our homie and our label mate. So we were sitting in the studio and we did this verse. I finished mine, and we were really thinking, man, like, wouldn't it be cool if somebody else came and sung on this? And it was just like, I don't know, it was an instant thought, just like, Christopher, let's call Christopher. And so we called him, and he just happened to have, like, a day off from touring, and he literally just whooped in the studio that day, sang the song, and left. And I don't think any of us really thought, oh, this song's going to be, a big song for us. But, it turned out to bless a lot of people's lives. So we're happy to have him on it. We're happy that he said yes to have fun with us. And
I know. He Said actually hit my heart pretty hard because, last year, not last year. I would say last Christmas, It was the second Christmas my mom had passed away. It was the second Christmas without her, and I was like into a deep depression.